Okay, first question that's that I had a bit of trouble with, so I'll pull that one up. Who's this? Number 4. So for number 4, to make green paint, yellow paint, and blue paint in a ratio of 3:2, and they use 12 gallons of yellow paint, so you scale this up by 4. So you get 8. Most of you got 8, but a few people got that one wrong. Then the next one we had a bit of trouble on number 6, looks like it. Yeah, number 6 and number 5. Yeah, number 6 and number 5. All right, I'll go over both of those. I think we'll do some ratio practice because it looks like we're having some trouble with those. By the way, if you want to take out your homework, I should have returned it to you so you can like edit it, right? Should make it easier. Now back to this, we have Mary mixed syrup, milk, and water in the ratio of 2:3:9. She used 6 cups of syrup. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit of a, I think that's a pretty bad question. Some people got 3 drinks, some people got 90. Wait, no, that's something else. Yeah, most people got 3 drinks, which I think is the best because it's like, if this makes 1 drink, you're assuming this makes 1 drink, then you multiplied it by 3, so you have 3 drinks total. Some people like added these all together and multiplied it by 3, which is fine. Honestly, for that question, I would count anything as correct. It's a pretty bad question. I think they should have specified what 1 drink is. Once again, I'm doing the homework questions. So you can open your homework up to check. We also had a lot of wrong answers for number 6. All right, once again, a sum of money was shared between Susan and Nancy in the ratio of 2:5. Nancy received $36 more than Susan. Wait a minute, not this. All right. So for this question, we are going to do this. This is Susan. This is Nancy, because it's a ratio of 2:5. So we're going to draw it out like this. And we see Nancy has this much, being $36. So how much money does Susan have? Well, if Nancy got 3 more units and each unit was worth 12, because that's, you know, what you get when you divide this by 3, then these also equal 12 and this also equals 12. So Susan got 24 while Nancy got 60, which is a ratio of 2:5. Oh, did anyone get 60? Yeah, it looks like no one got that question correct. It was a pretty difficult one. Yeah, for some of these questions, best idea is to actually draw it out. Oh wait, no, someone did get. Oh yeah, someone did get 24. All right, good job to whoever got 24. Number 7, no one had trouble on. Number 8, we had some trouble. Number 8, it's Chinese books to English books is 427. And if there are 22, if you add all of this together, it's 2,200. So that means if there's 11, because these like total to 11 units, it's 2,200. Meaning that 1 unit is equal to 200. And it's asking how many English books there are. 1 unit is 200, we have 7 units. That would be 1,400 or 1,400. Yeah, most people got that. We had a bit of trouble. Then for number 9, we had a bit of trouble as well. All right. Sides of a triangle are 4 to 5 to 6. If the perimeter is 60, like if you add them all together, they're 60. Find the length of the shortest side, which is this one. If they total to 60, then it's how many units? It's 15 units because we add them all together. That means 1 unit is equal to 4. And since this is 4, we have 16 as being the answer. Okay. Now the practice 3B is over and we move on to 3C. Question 1, everyone seems to have gotten it correct. All right, 30, 51. Okay, we had a bit of trouble on number 5. Number 5 on practice 3C. It looks like a lot of people got this one wrong. So first, definitely make sure to have that homework out. Jim stamps is 3/4 of the number of David stamps. That means that if Jim had 3, then David had 4. Okay. So I'm gonna rewrite this actually. That's 3 to 4, that's the ratio. And if Jim gave half of his stamps to David, what will the ratio of the number of Jim stamps to David's? So basically, he's going to take half, which is 1 1/2, and then give it over to David. So we would be subtracting 1 1/2 from this side and adding 1 1/2 to this side, because David gains 1 1/2 while Jim loses 1 1/2. So our result is 1 1/2 to 5 1/2. That does not look like a 5, it looks more like a 6. However, I really don't like this number. These are like mixed numbers, so complicated. So we can start off by multiplying it by 2. And yeah, it actually works out best. 3 to 11. It looks like only one person got that one correct. Yeah, only one person got that one correct. So definitely check over your answer for this. Okay, we also had some trouble on 6B. Yeah. Okay, so question 6 has multiple parts. I'll just do them all, even though everyone got the first part correct. The ratio of Melly's books to Sullen's books was 1 to 2 at first. And after we add 12 to Melly, the ratio became 2 to 1. Okay. The first book is the first book. First question is how many books did Sullen have? So we're going to draw this out. This is going to be Melly. This is going to be Sullen. We have 1 to 2. And then it becomes 2 to 1 after buying 12 books. So this is 12. So that means each of these is 4. So that means Sullen had 8 books at first, which everyone was correct on. Now, if Sullen now buys another 5 books, it'll go to this ratio. I believe, yeah, should end up at this. 16 to 13, which nobody got. Yeah, nobody got that one. Okay. Yeah, because everyone got the next section correct. Yeah, someone just didn't simplify, which is like, okay. And then everyone got the next. Now on to review A. Okay, we had some trouble on number 3. Nobody got the same answer. All right. What is number 3? The population of a town. Oh, never mind. Yeah, so if it tells you to round the number, you can't just round it to whatever you want. You have to round it to the nearest 100 because it tells you to round to the nearest 100. So just, yeah, remember to round it to whatever they want you to round it to. That is very important. We all got 240,000. We all got 45, did we? We did. We all got 1,000. We all got. Okay, so we had some trouble on number 6, I believe. All right, yeah, question 6. I'm gonna go over all of it because it looks like we had some trouble with that. So let's start off by writing down PEMDAS. Remember that these two are both length, so it's really parentheses exponents, and then together multiplication and division, and together addition and subtraction. And we go from left to right, right to the top because this is really messy. Okay, so first question is 12 minus 4 divided by 2 plus 6. The second question is 24 plus 6 times 7 divided by 3. The next question is in parentheses 4 plus 8 multiplied by 3 divided by 4. And the last one is 25 minus in parentheses 6 plus 9 multiplied by 2 close parentheses plus 5. So let's start going through these. The first one, we divide this first because that's division. So we get 12 minus 2 plus 6, and then we do it left to right, so it becomes 16. The next one, we do multiplication first, and then division, which leads us to 14, and 24 plus 14 should be 38. All right, let's see if anyone got these. Yeah, we definitely had a lot of trouble on. Yeah, we had a lot of trouble on these. Here in parentheses, we do this first. We end up with this, and then we end up with 9. Here, we do what's in parentheses first, but in parentheses, we still have to follow PEMDAS. So we get 18, 6 plus in parentheses. This becomes 24. Move that a bit. And once we get 24, we can move the 25 minus stuff down. This becomes 1 plus 5, which becomes 6. All right. So those are the answers for 6. Yes, some people got all of them correct, but that was quite rare. Most people had a lot of trouble on that. So yeah, we're gonna review PEMDAS in a while, I think. We had a bit of trouble on some other problems, but nothing major. Yeah, because it looks like there's a lot of multiplication problems. We did have a lot of problems on some of the last word problems, though. So I'm just going to quickly go over that. So we had trouble on the area problems as well, which isn't really your fault because we didn't really go to that, but I'm just going to quickly go over it because it should be somewhat easy. The first question, I'm just going to take a screenshot and then send it over. We have this bell diagram, and it's asking you for the perimeter. Yeah, it's asking you for perimeter. So first of all, if this is 3 centimeters, then this is 3 centimeters. If this is 3 centimeters and this is 8 centimeters, that means that the total thing is 11. Meaning this is 11. And then this part becomes 3. I'll go over all this stuff in more detail later. Then principle applies. If this is 8 and this is 3, then this is 5. Then you can add all of them together. But there's an easier way to do this, actually. And that's what I'm going to explain. So well, we can start off by asking this. Perimeter is like the distance around the shape, right? So if I have this square, and then I have this, well, not square, these two shapes, which one has a larger perimeter? Send me in chat which one you think has a larger perimeter. Okay, so the answer is this was actually a trick question. The perimeters are the same because um, this shape has the same perimeter as this shape, right? Like I don't care what's over here. I'm just pretend the stuff over here is the same. This distance matches up with this distance, and this distance matches up with this distance. Meaning that for a square like this, if I, oh, how that doesn't work then. Can I not pick it up? No? All right, whatever. It's fine, it's fine. So if I have two identical shapes, sorry, this is just, yeah. This shape has the exact same area as this shape. Not area, sorry. The same perimeter. Because these things can just magnify out. All right, the walls just match up. So for this shape, instead of solving it like this, we could actually make this into this shape. And then from here, we can figure out the sides are all 11. And so the total is 44 because it's 11 on each side and we add them all up. So the answer was 44. You can figure it out like that. And then I'll go over the area problem. I don't think we really went over area much, so I'm definitely going to focus a bit on that quickly. Where's the area actually? Yeah, that's what I thought. Area wasn't even given yet. I think that's just like information they were quizzing you on. But yeah, it doesn't look like we've really done no area, which is completely fine. Yeah, we just have not done area whatsoever. But I'll go over the second one as well. So we have this problem. So okay, I'll fill in the bottom because you can't really tell what it says. But this says 20. And it's asking you to solve the area. So there's two principles that we can use to solve this. Number one is we have to look at the information they gave us. Number two, we have to know how to solve for a triangle and for a square, their areas. So a square's area, okay, so first of all, I have to explain. The question told you that it was made out of a square of a triangle. So although it says 20 here, we can actually figure out the side lengths because since this is a square, this is 8. And therefore, if this is all 20, then this area right here, well, not the area, this length is 12. Now, once we have this, we can solve for the area of the square by just multiplying them together. We get 64. Area of that stuff is a later chapter, which we will go over. But for a triangle, we have two ways of solving it. The first one is half base height. What this formula is basically telling you is that you take the base, which is 12, then you take the height, which is 8. Right, this is 12, and this is 8. This is the base, and then this is the height. And then you multiply by half once you multiply them together. So when you multiply these two together, you would get 96. And then you would multiply that by a half to get the correct answer, which is 48. And then you would add the 2, and your final answer would be 112 or something like that. Yeah, 112. Don't worry if you don't get this. We'll go over area later. The second way is also half base height, but it's more. But I'm going to draw this out so you understand why it's half of base height. Because for a normal rectangle, a square is a rectangle. Keep in mind. For a normal rectangle, you can just multiply the side or the height by the base. A triangle is basically just half, right? This triangle here is equal to this triangle because a triangle is really just a rectangle cut in half. Most triangles, at least, right triangles. There's like other triangles which are like parallelograms cut in half, but parallelograms are really just base height as well. So now we're going to start off. We're going to do a bit of review. And after we do the review, we're going to move on to percentages. So first off, bit of review. I'd like you to send me the answers to the following problems in chat. Question number 1. Question number 2. Also, just to make it easier, I just realized I'm going to blur this out and then make this question 1 and then blur this out and make question 2. So you should be giving me 1A and 1B. Actually, is there a way I can get rid of this entirely? Let's see. Oops, not like that. Up rectangle. All right, good enough. But this is not good enough. This doesn't work at all. What am I doing? Whoops. Okay, I'll just resend the screenshots. Sorry about that. Question 1. And question 2. Question 3. All right, so we're having a tiny bit of trouble, like not much. It's just some notation stuff. Number 1, when it's asking me for the missing number in each box, the answer for this is 10, not 10/3. Because if you told me it was 10/3, what you're really telling me is you place this up here, which is just no, you don't do that. And for the second one, it's 7/5 equals, it's the opposite. 1 plus 1/5 is 1 plus 2/5, right? It's not 1 plus 7/5 because that would become 12/5. And then question 2. All right, so just going to go over a common multiple is something that they all multiply to. So a way you can figure that out, you can actually give me a lot of common multiples. First of all, if it asks you for the least common multiple, which is called the LCM, they might do that. In that case, the answer would be 36. Or you can just multiply them all together. That's like the brute force way. And your answer would be 108. Or you could just like multiply 9 by 9 times 4 times 4 times 4 times. You can do a bunch of ridiculous stuff. As long as you get like a common multiple. Although ideally the lower the better. Ellen, very nice. The bottom question's a bit cut off, but you should be able to figure out what it means. All right, then I'm going to give a difficult question after this. Waiting for a few more answers on the second part. Just a bit of a tip: the process that you use for question 2 is very similar to the process that you will use for what chapter 2. Did I say chapter? I don't know. The question 2 like solution method is going to be very helpful in question 2. In question 3, question two's method is helpful in question 3. Jeez, talking is difficult. Still getting some answers on the last one. Just understand the way you're going to solve it is by finding the difference between butter and cherry. Okay, so we have some. I'm gonna wait for one more answer on the last question, and then we're gonna move on. It's a bit difficult though. Just like you're gonna be applying, how do I say this? You're gonna be applying the question 2, like least common multiple stuff. But as you do that, you are also going to be applying ratios. Okay, so now we're gonna go over the last question. So, first off, butter, cherry, chocolate. Okay, so this doesn't work because we have two C's. I'm gonna draw it out. Butter is a stick of butter. This is my butter. These are butter cookies. That is not butter. Okay. This is my butter cookie. Good enough. Good enough. Cherry cookie. That's a cherry. And then chocolate cookie. Let's just draw a chocolate chip. Something like that. So if 1/3 were butter and 2/5 were cherry, let's start off by putting this into a ratio. Now, the least common multiplier in this case would be 15 because we multiplied these, right? And so we can, by multiplying the top and bottom half of a fraction, because that's the same as multiplying by 1, we're going to multiply both by 5 to get to 15. So this becomes 5/15, and this will become 6/15. And then this will become, since it's the leftover, and there's total 15 parts, and there's 11 here, this will become 4/15. In other words, we can say this is a ratio of, I got a good idea. We are going to copy this. We're going to drag, we're going to copy this. Oh, that's the question that we're going to do later. We're going to copy this. Let's see if I can like right click on it to copy. Yeah, all right. Oh, it didn't clone both parts. Okay, so I'm gonna still have to draw a bit. It's okay, it's okay. All right, so butter, cherry, chocolate. Since we already established it's 5 to 6 is 4, we can basically say this is a ratio of 5 to 6 to 4. The difference between cherry and butter is a difference of 30. So that means 5 and 6, that 6 minus 5 equals 30. Keep in mind these are like units, so it's not actually this. It's more like, you probably don't know this yet, but it's, you can use an equal sign with 3 bars because it's congruent too. Although that kind of still doesn't work. Okay, regardless, we know 1 unit equals 30, and since we have 15 units in total, the correct answer would be it would be 450, which I think somebody got, if I recall correctly. No, nobody got it. Okay, I think the answer would be 450. I'm just gonna check because, like, I don't know, no one got it, so now I'm feeling a bit unsure. 1/3 15. This is 5/15. This is 6/15. 15 parts. 15 times 30. I mean, yeah, this looks like it. Okay, that's certainly interesting. Nobody got that one correct. Now comes the difficult question, which I was talking about. This question I'm going to give you guys a while because it's actually pretty difficult. I'm going to give you a formula, just a reminder for solving a triangle. To solve a triangle, first you have to find its base. You find its base. And then so like if you take any triangle, you take one of the sides and pretend it's the base. So when you have a triangle, you take its base, you multiply it. Actually, I use blue. You take the base and you multiply it by the height, base times height, and then 1/2. 1/2 base times height. That's the formula for a triangle. The problem here is that the triangle is slanted, so there's no base. But there is a way to solve this triangle. You gotta really think about it carefully. It's like a little trick you can use. All right, I'm gonna wait maybe a minute. Maybe not. Okay, I'll wait for one more answer and then I'll go for the answer. I'll wait for one more answer and I'll go for the like answer. I don't know. Okay, so I'll now go for the answer. Actually, before I go for the answer, I want everyone to send me how you send to me in chat how you solved the question. That'll be pretty important. Send me how you solved the problem. That's going to be important. All right. Okay. So the correct answer. The correct answer is actually really interesting. So what we're gonna do is you could solve this. It's possible. You'd have to like make a slanted line here and it's super complicated. Or you'd have to use something called Pick's law, which is like you solve for these lines and you do a bunch of square roots and stuff. It's all really complicated. But there's a really easy way to do this. I meant parrot, not pick. But yeah, the answer is we're gonna solve for this rectangle. Can everyone send to me what this rectangle is? The entire rectangle. How much is the rectangle? Send me that. You shouldn't have any trouble for that. It's yeah, just send me the rectangle. Send me the correct answer for the rectangle one more time, guys. It's five. There's 5 units this way, and then there's 4 units this way. So send me the correct answer. Okay, we all got 20. So, if you solve for me the areas of these, give me the color red, please. Yeah. If you can solve these triangles and you subtract it from 20, wouldn't that give you the answer of the middle triangle? Right? So send me what the correct answer is now. You should be able to find it. Okay, so I want you to solve every single one of these triangles, but don't send the answer in the chat. Solving the triangles themselves should be easy. Once you get all the triangles, you can subtract it from 20 to get the correct like middle answer. That's what I want you to do. Okay, so the area, I'm gonna write in green. The area for this triangle is 3 times 3, which is 9 divided, so we have 4.5. Here it's 5 times 1 divided by 2. So this is 2.5. This triangle is 4 times 2 divided by 2, so just 4. You add all of these together. So I'll point them all in arrows down here. If you add them all together, what do you get? You get 11. We have 20. 20 minus 11 equals 9. The answer of this middle triangle is indeed 9. That's a bit more of a difficult question. Didn't expect anyone to really get that one. But the point is that like when you see a problem like this, sometimes you're gonna like rush and try to solve it using that triangle, but like you have to think about it carefully and then be like, actually, I can solve for the other triangles. Now I'm going to. All right, just a quick heads up. We're gonna start percentage now, but keep in mind that for the homework, we're gonna have some. There's gonna be a review. There's gonna be a set of review questions, and you're actually gonna have had done them before. Yeah, I don't know. Can't talk. Yeah, because some of the review questions we just did. So for those questions, just like redo it because like those questions that we did were pretty difficult and a lot of people got them wrong. So it'd be good to go over them regardless. We're now gonna go over percentage. That's like our main. Actually, do we have time for percentage? I think we're gonna start percentage next class. I'm gonna start by assigning you guys your homework for the week.